Hey, 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 hey. Hello. Good evening, people. Welcome to another amazing stream of Plane Shift Development. The thing you were waiting for since you were a baby. Here I am. Where I am. There is always a bit of complexity in the setup. Oh, I have the wrong hat. Why I still have that hat? No, we said Christmas is gone. Ah, okay. Better. I don't know, for some reason the hat was on. Hello. Hello, Tony. Hello, everyone else. Welcome. Welcome. So we finished the object rotate and translate. It's working well. You can move stuff. We tested it yesterday. We tested with a lot of different items. And at the end, we tested with all these helms, and all the helms were working properly. The rotation was fine. I tested with the translation as well, and it's good. The only change I made, I just changed translation and rotation to move and rotate. Okay, so that is a bit more intuitive for the people to read it. Move and rotate. The other button, which is called local space, word space, actually I don't know a good way to express the concept of word space, local space in an easier way for the player. So at the moment it stays like that, and I think it will probably stay like that unless someone gives me a good suggestion on how to change that name. What happened? I moved something. No. Okay, let's go to the other thingy. Did I connect the small guys? No, the small guys are not connected. Boom! We're gonna connect it right now. And the small guys are on. And we are switching here. The small guys are on. Yeah. Seems that the thing is scaled a bit, but you know. Okay, so tonight we're gonna work on renaming of containers and impersonate. Renaming of containers is mostly used by players when they want to organize better their inventory, and I think it makes sense to port it. And the impersonate is actually a command that Game Master are using to be able to speak through NPC, so that they can have, I don't know, Arnquist say something specific when they're running events, right? And why these two? Well, I don't know, just because they were on the list of the just because they were on the list of high priority and not implemented, right? So, which is this one and this one, right? So, yeah, that's why. I think we can do them both tonight. I think they should be fairly easy, actually. Maybe we can even do more than this if we don't find any blockers or any issue, you know, with the implementation. Okay. Did I post everything everywhere or not? Because I see no one is joining. It's only me and you, Tony. It's a tete-a-tete. So I think it's, but it's okay. Huh? It's okay, but I don't see people joining on Twitch, and I don't see few people joining on YouTube. But we don't care, you know. We don't care. Oh my god, this nightmare of the Peach and Joe of yesterday. Oh my god. Let me just close it. I don't want to see it anymore. This Peach and Joe. Or Joe. I don't know how you say that. Okay, let's go. We don't have time to waste. So the first thing we want to do, we want to check in the containers tab, containers detail, right? There is this big button, this big ugly button, which by the way, I think we should change somehow, which is named rename. Now, first of all, it's too big, so I think we're going to change that. Maybe we can even make it our font. What do you think? I don't know. Let me see how it looks with a plain shift font. Maybe like this is too small. Yeah, something like that seems to be a good compromise. And now the background is horrible, so we need a background to be or a picture or maybe a color. So let's select, well, the color is the easiest. The color is the easiest because at the moment it's like a, let me see, button, right? Is this tint or not? Sometimes when you change color, yeah, is this thing. I don't know, we can go with a semi-transparent dark orange mud, wet mud look. Hello, Jet. We also use impersonate to have training dummy stock if you want to see the players RFK training. Really? How can a training dummy talk? It's not animated, no? Is it? I have no idea. Maybe it is, but I was thinking it's not. Okay, I think a color like this, I don't know, it's a bit of a shit color, literally, but it's a kind of a brownish, but I think it looks okay with this background. And one day we're gonna do reskinning of all the windows. I don't know when, but I'm pretty sure one day will happen. So this is the normal, then we have the hovered, and we have the pressed, and we have the disabled. So my suggestion will be to copy everything on top of the other so they look exactly identical. And maybe if we want for the hovered, we can go slightly whiter. And yeah, so this button should be connected to our code. Yeah, it made more sense when we use the ROG model. Yes, training dummies cannot speak. Are they magical? Are they possessed by someone? By some spirits? What is going on there? So with the on-clicked, right? On-clicked rename. Now, what do we need to do? That's a good question. Well, we need to open up a window that is asking you about the name, right? That is, I think, what we need to do. I think in the old client, what was happening is that you click on rename, and here, and basically this text box becomes editable. I think it's not a bad idea. I think it's not a bad idea, right? I think it's not a bad idea. I think we can do this. The problem is that then I need to change this txt item name into an edit box, and I need to see, or I swap it with an edit box on the fly, like one is visible, the other is invisible, and then we swap it. Or we may, yeah, but that's probably the easiest. That's probably the easiest. So I can place an edit box, an editable text box, not multi-line, single line, and we can put it like here, and it will be Let me just be sure that we are not fucking this up. No, we are not. So it seems to be kind of fine. This will be the same as our name, txt item name. This will be edit item name, right? Edit item name. It should be exactly the same size and exactly the same. So position, whatever, all of this should be identical, so that you don't see the difference when we do the switch, right? So it's hidden. Also the size, I want to copy it exactly identical. And we go, and we go. Okay, I copied them all. I copied them all. So they should look identical now. Yes, I think they do. So our edit item name will be invisible as a default, right? So as a default will be collapsed, so players will not see it. And then as soon as we click on rename, we will swap between the two, right? Which I think is probably the easiest idea. Actually, I like the idea. So as soon as we click on rename, do we want to confirm, or do we want... That's a good question. Do you want to have a confirm button, or just we want to have... I think I can swap the... Yeah. I think I can swap it. So I think I can have a variable which is just keeping the state, and this variable will be is renaming, if I can type here, is renaming, and this will be a boolean which as a default will be false, and we get this get is renaming, and we branch on it, and if what? So if we are renaming and we are pressing this, basically this will become a confirm button. So here we will need to confirm the change, right? If it's false, what we do, we go in rename mode immediately, and we change the label of the button to be button rename. Where is my button rename, boys? Button rename. So we get this guy, and button rename txt button rename. This must become a variable actually, and because it's better. And so instead of this, we get txt button rename. So we get this, we set the text to, let's say, confirm, right? And okay, so basically the button will change from rename to confirm, and we will go in renaming mode. Also, we need to swap our edit item name and make it visible. So this one we do a set visibility to visible, and we do, maybe before we swap the other one, txt item name, right? Get txt item name, set visibility to collapsed. So basically the text will disappear and the edit item name will appear. The only thing we need to do, we need to be sure that we are putting as a default in this one the same text that we had in this one. So I think we will do a get text, and this get text, we're gonna set it on this guy, right? So that basically the name is transferred between one and the other. And we will have to do the same in the other direction, so when we are confirming the name. Okay, so this is good. Now when we are so we click on the button, we see the name becoming editable, we type whatever we need to type, and then we click on confirm, because now the button has a different name. So as soon as we click on confirm, what do we need to do? We need to change back the item. So is renaming becomes false, this one becomes rename, and we need to swap the visibility back for the two. So basically we need to do exactly the same, just reversed. So this one becomes visible, this one becomes collapsed, and in between we need to do a get text of this guy. So this guy should actually be like here probably. And so we do a get text of this guy, and we set it on our txt name set text, right? Okay. So we do this, we do this, we do this, we do this, we do this. Nice. Hello, Hula. Good evening to you. Bonsoir. Ça va bien, mon ami? So, this is, yeah, that is the thing, right? That is the thing. So we do rename and confirm. So this is the rename and confirm functionality. Now, will it work? I don't know, but we are setting the name to false. We are sending the text back to rename. We are setting the text in the other guy. Yes, we are setting the visibility to visible of my txt name, and I'm setting collapse. Okay, I think this sequence is good. We are only missing the most important part, which is the actual renaming. So we need to call the server, and we need to call the server here and ask him to do the job. So the way we do it, I think, is we just execute a command. So I need, what do I need? I need a player controller. Yeah, it's exactly like this one. So we need a player controller, and we need to call the execution of a command, and this execution of a command will be constructed this way. So we need to build the command a bit. We need to build the command. So the command will be /rename space, and then we need to put the ID, so it should be CID, and then column, and then we need to put the ID of our container. Now, I don't know if we have the ID of our container, but yes, you see that there is a temp container ID. I really hope this one is the one that we need. So we do this. We do this, and then we append the name, then we do space, and then we append the new name. Now the new name is this one. That is the new name. Okay, and we call the command. Okay, so that is already good. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. I'm not fully convinced that the CID will work. So that's my problem. But we will see. Okay. We will see if it works. So my suggestion is to do this. Well, first I need to drink something because I'm like evaporating. Okay. Maybe even a bit more. Maybe even a bit more, boys. Hello, guys. Welcome, welcome. I see more people joining. Welcome to the stream. If you have any questions on what we are doing, any question about the game, about Unreal Engine, about whatever you want, feel free to ask in the chat. We are open for questions. Okay, I suggest that we just launch the server in debug mode because we want to see if we go through this handle rename or not. And then we launch the client normally. Okay. And then we launch the client normally. I think this function will be, I mean, if the CID is the proper ID, I think it will be very easy to do. This change will be very easy to do. The only problem is that I need to be sure that I'm not messing up when the container is on the ground or when the container is in my inventory, because there are two different cases. And also I need to be sure that after it's renamed, I'm sending back to the... I have a sense of deja vu now. Holy shit, I have a big sense of deja vu. Did we do this already? Did we do this already or not? Holy fuck. I remember we were changing the name of something. No? I remember we were checking. I have very clear in my mind that we were checking if an item was changing name in my inventory. Was that a book? Ah, it was the book. It was the book. Okay. When we rename the title of a book, so when we change the title of a book, the book is changing its name. And are we fine or not? And so that's why I had that image in my mind that we already did this. But in reality, we didn't. But in reality, we didn't, oh, But in reality, we didn't. Okay, I need to open up a container now. And we don't care if you are loading or not, because anyway, all the functionality works also while you are loading. So I need a container. Do we have a container? Probably not. Okay, so I will spawn a chest. Okay, so item chest. Okay, I have a chest in my inventory now. If I right click it, you see the name chest and you see the rename button now. Seems to be a bit misplaced compared to the text for whatever reason, huh? It looks like it's a bit misplaced, but if I click on rename, First of all, I need to keep the same font, otherwise, but anyway, otherwise it becomes super, super small. So if I change it to Chest of Wonders, right, and I click on confirm, Chest of Wonders, my friends. Chest of Wonders. Hello, Samburi. Well, I jump here each stream after work every now and then. Somehow dumb question to ask, but how would be how to access the game, the old one? It just didn't seem to run on my Mac. Yes, unfortunately, no, it's not a dumb question. It's a very good question, because unfortunately the old game is not working anymore on Mac if you have a new operating system. That is because the nice Apple like innovation, and since they like innovation a lot, they tend to change their development environments and definitions and everything very often. And also they change the fact that 32-bit applications are no more supported on the newer operating system. I don't know why, because they could actually just run it, but they decided to do this. So our Mac application was compiled in 32 bits. And so that's why it's not working anymore. If you have a previous operating system, so an operating system on Mac that is at least, let's say, 3-4 years old, I would say about 3-4 years old, then it will run. So the only option for you as a Mac user is to use the new alpha whenever it will be fully available, but it's kind of available already now. So if you want to test it, you can or be a veteran player with more than 200 hours in the game, or just become a Patreon on our Patreon site, right? Okay, when I click on confirm, in theory, we should see the Visual Studio going in debug mode. Yes, exactly. So the command is coming in. CID 0 is a very, very bad idea, because CID 0 will never freaking work. It seems that the CID is not the correct one. Okay. It is not good. Actually, we got an item. UID 2596. What the fuck? Item to string. Well, we actually got an item, but we got the wrong item. Okay, we got the wrong item because gate item number. Get item number. This is usually the case in which the user names through the container description window. In such case, we have to point to the inventory and get the PS item out of it using the container ID. But bro, the container ID is freaking 0. Inventory get item. Let me just check 1 second. What is this thing doing? Get item, inventory, get item, container ID. There is something fundamentally broken here that probably changed through the years, because we are expecting this container slot So we have a number of problems, okay? The first problem is that we are not sending the ID properly. The second problem is that this code seems to be designed for something else, actually. Let me check the old code for handle rename if it was working like this or not, but there is definitely something not correct. Did I answer your question, Samburi? Handle rename. Handle rename. There is something broken here. I was expecting it somehow, but come on, man. It's in user manager CPP. I can go there right now. Okay, no more occurrences. Good job. It's actually here. Yeah, it's actually doing the same. It's actually doing the same, but I don't get this. It's doing get item null number. Okay. Maybe I changed this get item significantly in Unreal. Yes, it seems I changed it. Inventory number slot. Container is not even used. Ah, yes, it is. But container, are we passing in? No, we're passing in null. We are passing in null. So container will always be empty in this case. And slot seems to be. So find the slot index. What is this thing? Find slot index. PS item container. Inventory slot number slot. Item get location in parent. Item get location in parent equal to slot. Okay. Yeah, so is working by slot position. Is working by slot position. Is working by slot position. So the number should be yes, the number should be the slot. Okay. Now the problem is, how do I know? That is a problem. How do I know the slot? Because I don't think I'm passing it to it. I think I need to add a new temp slot to remove. What is this thing? Temp slot to remove. Find the references. If the container has extra slots, no, there is something. No. What I need. But this container ID seems not to be used. Is the container in our inventory? Is the container in our inventory? If it's true, we set the temp container ID equal to the temp container ID. No. This is something completely different. No. This is not the full container. This is the container that can stay. It's strange though. Container ID. Container ID. Container ID. Item in slot container. Okay. So wait a second, because here we actually do a printout, which seems to be very interesting. And I think is actually exactly the printout that we needed to understand how it works. Is exactly that one. Exactly that one. So if I search item in slots, fuck, is not popping it up, huh? Why? Populate field container slots. Because it was empty. Because it was empty. I think we are not saving this container ID anyway. That's the problem. So we are only using it temporarily here to set it into the slots, but we are not setting it anywhere. So I think we should do it. I think we should set the container ID, but we should do it only if the container ID is inside our inventory, so that we are sure that we are not messing up with the containers that are on the ground. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create, I'm gonna promote this to variable, and I'm gonna set it, right? And this variable will be called container slot ID, or container. We can also call it container ID. The problem is that container ID may be a bit confusing because there is a temp container ID already. So, but I think we can call it container ID. I think we can call it container ID. Why not? Why not? So now we need to understand this guy, right? So assuming that we set it, which I think at the moment we do, what I want to do, I want to use this information, right, when I am sending this. So I want to use here my container ID. Okay. Okay, so let's try like this and see if this is better. Hello, Maui, good evening. Thanks for the explanation. Yes, I might had thought of something like that happening. Since the word MacBook gives hard time in file and program. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, is a problem with the Mac going changing too often. I mean, the Apple has a very restrictive policy on development. It's not very easy actually to keep, developing on Mac, but we want to do it. I don't know why, but we want to do it. Just because we like, complex things. And so we decided to not only make an MMO for free, but also to make it on Linux, Mac, and Windows. Aren't we crazy? Aren't we a bit crazy? Hula is completely addicted to points. Completely addicted to points. Okay, so we're gonna launch the client. So now when I open that, the point is that I will get a container ID in both cases. when the container is on the ground, and when the container is in my inventory. But we need to allow the rename only when the container is in my inventory, right? Because we don't want people to go around the world and rename stuff, you know? So only if you own it, you can rename it. Okay. So I open my chest. I click on rename. I rename it Chest of Wonders. And I click on confirm. Now we see which kind of command we got. Okay, we got 34. 34, I think 34 is a good number. Let me see if the 34 is doing something and we are getting the right item. Chest. Yes, we got the right item, boys. That is very, very nice. Now my client may timed out because I waited too much. Yes, he actually timed out. But, so I can reconnect and see if the item actually renamed. Possibly yes. We then need to see what happens. No, it's still called chest. Okay, fuck it. So something didn't work. It's still called chest. Strange though, huh? Because he got the right item. Okay, so let me see what happens then in rename. Let me see what happens in rename. But we should have got a message also on the server side. Let me get the log, but I think we should have got a message here. Renaming chest of one. Well, yeah, but why why renaming dot dot dot? Why renaming dot dot dot? Renaming. In theory, the first item to string. What do you mean item to string? Item to string. Item to string is item get name. Yes, it's returning the item name. Why the item name is empty? This is kind of strange, huh? Chest of Wonders, he took it, but he didn't take the original item, and then for some reason he didn't actually rename it. So I think we need to redo it and see if okay, so let me open it again. Rename Chest of Pizzaroni. Confirm. So we go, actually I could put a breakpoint here so it's a bit faster. We get the right number now. The right item. I'm very surprised of why chest. Yes. Why item name is not printed out? Item name is empty. Item name is empty. Okay, I don't know why, but who cares? Then we go inside rename, right? I want to see what happens here, because I think that here is where we have some problem. So if target is greater than 50, the new name is too long. Okay, my name is chest of pizzaroni, and so I think it should be okay. Then it's doing a check if the item is actually existing, and this check is okay. Then it's checking if the item is actually renameable. That's a good thing. What does it mean? Actually, it's telling me you cannot rename this item. Why the item is not renameable? Why the item is not renameable? Because we have a flag, so we need to flag all the items that are renameable. Holy shit. We need to flag all the items that are renameable in the database. At least it looks like. It looks like we have to. Okay, so let me see if I do. Let me search for item. Let me search for item stats. Yes, there is item stats in production. Okay, I want to check if there is a flag. So if where flags like percentage renameable something, right? Yes, actually there are a number of items that are flagged as renameable, including the chest, the sack, the large wooden barrel, the wooden crate. So all these things are things that we actually flagged explicitly as renameable. So if we don't do this, they are not renameable. Easy. So I need to go in my dummy database. And I would say do the same thing. But probably the result will be 0. The sack is renameable. Interesting. I think we can allow at least the chest as well to be renameable, okay? So I will just copy this into my chest, which is actually number 2. Okay, so now the chest should be renameable. Okay, the chest should be renameable. And this means that if we restart everything, probably it may work. Now we need to do the other case where the chest is on the ground. But super thirsty today. What did I eat? I don't know. Maybe I ate something. It made me super thirsty. Hello, hello. See more people are joining. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. If you have any questions on the game or what we are doing, please let me know. And maybe I will answer. Maybe just say hello. Let's put some music. Let's put some music. That was a short one. Okay, so what we want is we want to rename this chest. Now the problem is that I did it in a way that the name is changing immediately, and I don't know if that's actually a good idea. Let it. I think I will let it just go and see what happens. So this chest is still called chest, but you know, it's called chest in my inventory. Exactly. Just because my inventory is not refreshed, but actually he properly changed the name. He properly changed the name. So the name change happened, but my inventory was not refreshed. So I think what we need to do after the rename, we need to refresh the inventory. I'm surprised it was not done already in the old client. I'm a bit surprised that handle rename is doing rename. So he's saving the item. But he's not refreshing it in the inventory, huh? Strange though. Was it happening by some other magic? What is happening by some other magic in the old client? I mean, how was that refreshed? In theory, it should send me. It should refresh my inventory, but save item. Maybe it's inside save. Maybe it's inside save. That is checking if this item is in my inventory, and in case. Save the modifier, set the quality, set the UID. I don't see it. I don't see it, but I'm pretty sure if I open the old client is working properly. I can try, but I don't see in the code where it's actually refreshing the thingy, but I don't see where in the old code is actually refreshing the name in the inventory. But we can test it. That is the old client. Easy. We can give it a test. Okay. So there is a chest which is named weapons. I rename it to weapons mod and I save it. Yes, and instantly I get it. So it seems that I get the new inventory. I was trying to do this to see the sequence. Yeah, but yes. As soon as we get the rename, we get a new inventory. So the inventory is sent again to us. So yes, we are getting, yeah. We are getting the new inventory immediately. We are getting the new inventory immediately. Okay. I have a problem. Why don't I have a fourth row? Why don't I have a fourth row in my inventory anymore? What is going on? We had a fourth row. 100%. Why don't I have it? That's kind of strange. But anyway, I need to send an inventory refresh. Okay. I need to send an inventory refresh. And inventory refresh, we did it a million times, so I think it should not be hard to do. Yeah, there should be a fourth row. I don't know if it's something on this character, but it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Okay, let's try to send the inventory. Send updated inventory. Okay. Don't remember how to do it, but I remember there was send player inventory, send player money. No, send inventory. Invalidate something. We do it. We do it every time we do a movement. So in user manager, no, in slot manager actually. In slot manager, in handle move, in handle slot movement, yes, we should update item view. I think it's this thing. Update item view. Come on, update item view. Update item view. If the inventory window is up, update it. Yes, exactly. So we need this thing, update item view in server char manager. So I think I can just copy this line. Now the problem is that if the item has not been renamed, okay, I will not get the update, which I think is okay. Okay. And this would be client, right? So we should get the updated inventory now. We should get the updated inventory. Now we need to test two cases. We need to test when the chest is on the ground, which actually should not work. because we don't want to allow rename of items on the ground. Okay, so let me recompile this. For the fourth row, I will try to check it with another character. I don't know if there is any item in my inventory which is messing that up, because I played with this character a bit too much, and it may be that some items get bad, you know, during all the tests, and maybe when I was testing the inventory, or I will try first of all with another character, because what I've seen is that if the items in the database are in the wrong position, sometimes we get that issue of the inventory window not properly displaying the slots. In theory, should never happen. Mainly with inventory, should never happen, but maybe this character has some mess. Let me load in with another character. Whatever character. Edunader. No, Edunader is on the other account. Ah, come on. You can do it. You can do this. What is going on? Why the server is not up? Why is it taking so much time for the server to go up, boys? Let's go with Cranny Cran. Cranny Cran. You see, with him I have 4 rows. I think there is some mess with the items of the other guy, but it's okay. Let me spawn a chest also on this one, and let me try to rename it. Chest of toys. And we confirm, and we just run it because I don't care too much. Yes, so now in my inventory is correct. Okay, that's good. So at least the update is fine. Now I want to see what happens if I want to see what happens if I drop it to the ground and I try to rename it, because there is the other case, right? So if I drop it, let me go just in a place where, okay. So if I drop my chest here, my chest of toys, and I look at it, you see the rename is still here. I have no idea what is the container ID in this case. So I will rename it in chest of scary spiders. And I want to see which kind of number I get. I get 2652. So this one in theory should return an empty item. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Ah! It's crashing the server? Holy shit. It's crashing the server because this item is null. Yes, but it's good that it's null though. Because it's actually an invalid item, so it's good that it returned it null. But we need to take into account that this can... Okay, so if item is null, then we return an error as well. I think we return the same thing. We return you can rename this item. Think so. Pum 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 pum. Pum 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 pum. So if not item, we just return an error and we return, so we don't go into the rename. Otherwise, we go here. Instead of this toString, can we do item get name? Is it this better or... Yes, I think it's better because it's returning the actual name if the name is not... Yes, is better. Okay. So, but this is good. It means that it works. It means that it works. Now, I don't like too much the... So let me recompile it. But basically it's working, huh, boys? It's basically working. It's basically working. Toot 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 toot. So let me... I don't like the fact that the font is different when you edit it, so I'm gonna change that. And I don't like too much the fact that the button and the text are kind of uneven. So I'm gonna fix that as well. Okay. So the problem is that the text is slightly uneven. So yes, you see, if I have something like... So I need to copy the same font. Copy. Paste. What? It didn't work. Why didn't... Why the size is not making a difference here? Why the sides is not making a difference? Ah, because I had to recompile. Okay, fine. Easy. Okay, so now they're not exactly in the same place for whatever reason. But position 48. Position 48. There's slightly, you see, there is a slight, but very, 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 very small. Okay, so I think I like this. One issue I have is that this is not matching. It's not in the middle of the button, right? So I think we can just move the button up. That's probably easier. Something like that. Is it too high? No, I think it's okay. Is it too small? No, I think it's okay. In general, you're not renaming, so this is like an additional functionality. Okay. Okay, so I think now is should be fine. Let's test it. I don't need to start it in debug mode at this point. I think it's just gonna work. It's just gonna work, boys. So tomorrow I'm restarting work, so I may be slightly less available. I will try anyway in the evening if I can to stream tomorrow, but I cannot promise. I cannot promise, but hopefully yes. If not, it will be Tuesday. Okay, so yeah, this guy has only 3 lines. Will be very interesting to understand why. This guy only 3 lines of inventory. I think there is probably some item which is going over the fort or so, and so I think we can check it in the database quickly. If I go in item instances of it is probably something that never happens in reality, but it happened just because we were doing all these weird tests. And then the next one is in impersonate, Hula. The impersonate command. Let me check. Melar is 154, right? So we should say where char ID owner equal to 154, and then I need to see. There are some items which have location in parent -2. What the fuck is -2? We actually have three items that are -2 in location. Did we have anything as specific as -2? Item ID standard number 3. So item number 3. What is item number 3? Is a battle axe. We have 3 battle axes which are in an impossible position, which is actually -2. And also they have some weird flags. It's interesting though, because it should never happen. There is one battle axe, 119. 19 is air, is a glyph. And this one is 3034. Wow, 3034. 3034, which is an enchanting gems, is a book, is a crafting book. Okay, I think I'm gonna delete those 3 items from the database, but it's kind of strange that they got, unless they are inside, maybe they are inside a container. No, you see that they are not, because it's null everywhere. I need to be careful and see if we can reproduce this bug. What? Oh my god. Wait. No, I should not do cut, I should do delete. Because if I do cut, yeah, I should do this. Cut doesn't really work. Okay, so I deleted them. So now I think our inventory will look okay again. That should never happen, so I don't know why it happened. I forgot what I was doing. I saved this, I went here, and I was about to check if the text was fine. Yes, the text is okay, you can now edit it. And the button seems to be in a better position. Okay, nice. And if the chest is on the ground, if the chest, well, if the chest is not mine, because for example this chest is not mine. Now if I try to rename it, I think I will be able to rename it here anyway, but then yes, it gives me an error. So when I yes, this chest remains like this. Now the only glitch is that in front of me, but I think it's a small glitch. I think I can, you know, I don't care too much about it. Yeah, it says you can rename this item. Okay, nice. I think it works, boys. I think it works. I think it works. I think it works fine. I think it works fine, so we can consider the renaming of containers completed. Mission accomplished. Yay. Imitate, mimic, emulate, impersonate. Impersonate, which is a command. Is a command that we have. which is name impersonate, which you don't know because it's only a game master command. But let me go here in our list because this one is actually done. So rename, hi, yes, color it in green, done. So the one I want to do now is this one. The one I want to do is this one. This one I'm gonna move it to medium. I'm not gonna do it. Set item name I think is working already, no? Set item name is not working already. Yeah, set item name is already implemented. So it's working already. Easy. So we want only the high and only the one that are not implemented or partially implemented. Okay, let's go with the impersonate. Let's go with the impersonate. Impersonate. So let me see what happens if I just try to use it. No, let me first, because it was broken, I'm sure. So impersonate. Impersonate, I think is under admin because it's yes, is GM only command. And impersonate is actually calling impersonate. Ha ha ha. Surprising. So I don't know even if we arrive here or not. So this is what we need to check. So if we arrive here. Okay. So the impersonate can also simulate an animation. Interesting. You can also ask to an NPC to wait, I need NPC loaded though. I'm not loading NPC at the moment. Just for speed. Because you see that impersonate has animation. And text. And say and shout and word shout. What the fuck is word shout? It's everyone in the universe. I think we can redo those ones fairly easy. But let me see. Let me see where we are. First I need to understand where we are, and then when I understand where we are, we can fix it. We can fix it, we can fix it. We can fix it.
take me back to my home, sweet home.
I still have 3 rows of inventory with this character. So there is something else that is fucked up. It's not just the... Because now I deleted those bad items. So there is something else.
I see your star, you left.
So 0 is the right hand. 8, I have no idea, but it's probably one of these two. 8 and 14. Then there is a 16, which should be the first year. And then 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22. They are all in a row, right? From 16 to 34.
Sweet home. I take your hand.
Which is exactly this, by the way.
You'll never be lonely. Not when I'm home. Sweet home.
No, actually,
I see
this would be 35.
your star. You left it burning for me. Mother,
I don't know if 16 is still the last of the... What is the 16? 16 is 101. 101 is... Fuck, 101 doesn't exist. Ah! 101 is book crafting. Which is this one, yes. This will be 35. But we actually see 34. That's a bit weird. There is a slot missing or what? Or there is a double slot, or I didn't refresh. Maybe I just didn't refresh, boys. Yes, exactly. Okay, now 35. Now, so the item seems to be correct. The item seems to be correct. There is something that is fucking up the thingy. Okay, there's something I need to investigate. I mean, we don't need now, but because it's something else, but still, it's kind of weird. Also, I continuously have the guild window pop up. So if we want to impersonate on this guy, we should do /impersonate, and then he's asking me target, player name, NPC name, focus selected, say, shout, word shout, animation, text. So if I do impersonate target, hello, right? It seems that nothing is happening. So probably, yeah, it seems broken, as I said. I know, we are here. Impersonate. Well, let me see if I can just run it. If name is text, the given text is used as it is. What the fuck does that means? Yeah, but it seems to be broken, so we need to follow it, okay? We need to follow it. In this case, will not be animation. It will be text, right? Send text. FPS chat message. No. The problem is that it's not doing anything. There is still the old code. So this one is not sending anything. So that's why. It's not doing anything here. It's not doing anything. Okay. That's why it's broken. It's not doing anything. Okay. So let's copy from the old. Let's copy from the old. Yeah, so the old was doing was creating the message. This new message. Was creating the new message. I think it doesn't work just as text, because I see that you have to specify say, shout, or word shout. You cannot just say text. So I need to do something like impersonate target, say hello, right? If you don't put the say, it's not gonna do anything anyway. Yes, exactly. What is going on here? Invisible multicast list. Invisible multicast list is empty. Try to use target as source. No, I don't understand shit. What? Hello, Raoni. Welcome. I don't understand what okay, so I understand that I need to use say, shout, or whatever else. Otherwise it's not doing anything. Okay, that's fine. But I don't understand. If I have him selected and then say impersonate target, say hello, right? Why now this is not going properly through this check? Source is him and client is me. So this check should never... No, why it goes into this? His PID will never be like my PID. What do you mean? You're stupid or what? Source equal to null, okay? And source is not null because here we have the thing. And then source get PID. How can source get PID? What? How can source get PID be equal to my PID? It's impossible. Are we still using PID? I think I'm not using PID anymore. That's probably the reason. So they both return 0. I cannot see it, but I'm searching through the attributes. So PID is 154 for me. And source PID is 8. What the fuck? How can he go through this? Are we stupid or what? No, I don't understand. No, I really don't understand. No, I really don't understand. No, I really don't understand. Okay, we try like this. So to explicitly have him compare to integer, so... But anyway, in any case, okay, in any case, this will go through, and here we don't have anything done, right? So we are not doing anything here. So we need to send this message, right? We need to send this message. Now the easiest will be to just simulate exactly the same way when an NPC is saying something. So I think we need to assume that the target is an NPC, right? Wrong Spanish. Hello, Dark War Online. Yeah, if you can speak in English, will be easier for us. If you can say it again in English, will be a bit easier. Okay, so here I need to understand how to have this NPC say something publicly. I think we need to go into... I think I need to search... I think I need to search send say. So I think the sensei is this one. This function is the one that we want to send out, right? Now we need to be sure that we are. We need to be sure that we are. Chat alliance, chat channel. I think it's this one. I'm just not 100% sure how to do it. I'm not 100% sure how to do this, but should be this one for sure. For sure is this. I just need to have the message created properly. I think we have the message created here. But I don't think it's a great idea to do it here. I think I need to do it. I think for each one we need to create a different message. I think. Data target. Data target is not even there. Data target. This one should be chat say. And this false at the end, I have no idea what is it. Translate? The fuck is translate? And then we need to use chat manager. What do you mean? Sensei is not public? Oh my god. Sensei is not public. He's protected. Fucking. He's protected. He's protected because I know, but I need to use it, boys. I need to use this and I need to use this. There is no chance. They are protected. Okay. Or I do. Okay. Or I do. Or I do. The problem is that I can also call this one, right? I can also call handle chat message. Passing in the client and the target and my message. Will this work? Will this work? Well, I think it will, because it will go... It will go directly here. I think it may work. Okay. Let's try to call handle chat message. Let's try to call handle chat message. Right? Where me is the source. Target is empty. And message is new message. And then with the shout, I think we're gonna do something very similar. I think with a shout we're gonna do something very similar. Now, word shout, I really don't know what is it. I mean, okay, sending it to the whole world, but shout, I think shout already is it. No? Word shout, I don't think I have a word shout. I don't think I have a word shout. Do we need it? I mean, isn't shout enough? Just type in main. I mean, if you need a word shout, means that is anyway a GM command. I mean, it's anyway it's something that is out of character, I guess. No one can shout as strong to have the whole world listen. Okay, let me try like this, okay? I think it's possible. Now, this will be only for say and shout. Then we miss the animation. Right? Now we miss the animation. The animation is interesting. The animation, I think we can. We have I think in PS character. In PS character we have a broadcast animation, no? A broadcast something. Broadcast. We have a broadcast emote. We have a broadcast emote animation and broadcast attack animation. I think it's broadcast emote animation, right? So we are not gonna use this for anything else. So I think we can. Yeah, the problem is data text. I think it's probably data text. I think it's probably data text. Okay, let me try like this. We can try the animation as well and see if it works. Now, in terms of emotes, what do we have defined? Do we have an emote? Do we have an emote? What is that? I don't remember at all. It's under emotes. There it is. So we have, for example, yell. Yell should be connected, right? Or triumph. Triumph, I remember it was connected. We can try triumph or yell or dance or greet and see if any of those is actually working okay. Pom 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 pom. How are you boys today? Hello everyone, I see more people are joining. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Don't be shy. Say hello. What we are doing, we are converting two commands. One is the rename of the container, which we already did, and now we are converting a game master command, which is actually allowing the game master to speak through an NPC or having do some animations. So we are still flying here, but we're still loading. We're still loading in. But anyway, the commands are working already. So if I select this guy and I do impersonate target, say hello, right? You must have a target selected. Okay. Impersonate target. Okay, now we load it in. Impersonate target, say hello. We should go here. Yes, let me just run it and see what happens. Something weird happened. Merchant say hello. But did the thing actually popped up on his head or not? Let me remove the breakpoint or we don't see it. Yes, it's actually working, but for some reason is, I think he's using the old text. I think it's this thing, send text, target data text, if text. I don't know what is this thing, what is this thing doing? Yes, Raoni, the rotation series is done, completed. GG. It's telling the target to. Yeah, it's basically duplicate, because I think it's just the text. I think we just need, you know, data text instead of send text. Are we using send text? We are using send text. No, I think we should use data text. I don't know what is that send text really. I think was a trick that we did in the past to generate a line. You know, but I don't think it's a good idea. Okay, let me try an animation and see what happens. Impersonate target anim triumph. Wow, it's actually working. Okay, it is very nice. Okay, I think it's fine. He's moving his leg a bit weird, but I think that is the problem that we have with the base position. Okay, I think it's very nice. So I just need to fix. I just need to recompile this so we get the text as the text, and then I think we need to test the shout. And then I think this is done as well. Wow. Getting productive tonight. Getting productive, boys. Getting easy productive. Okay, do we want to switch the small guys to Twitch? Do the Twitch people want to have the small avatars as well or not? If you are on Twitch at the moment, let me know if you want to have your avatar on screen. And if you do, I may switch from YouTube to Twitch the small avatars. Ula says no. You want it on YouTube, huh? Streamlabs arrived. I don't know why. You see? Was there already? I don't know. Sometimes Streamlabs is there, sometimes it's not. Just kind of random. Random. They don't write on Twitch because maybe they are all bots. No, but the other guy wrote, the dark something. The Spanish guy wrote. There is someone writing on Twitch. Not too many, but some. Maybe they don't know English, you know. Sometimes you have people that are maybe from Asia and they don't know English, so they don't really type. By the way, I think my window layout is never saved. I have this feeling. My window layout is never saved properly. Okay, let's try a slash impersonate target, say awa 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 wa awa. Okay, so now at least it works like it should. Okay, so when you impersonate, it's actually saying that, and it's putting it also in the chat. And if I do impersonate shout, let me try shout. Ooga, ooga, ooga. You are not allowed to shout or auction until you have been in game for at least 1 hour. What the fuck? I'm a game master. What do you mean? You are not allowed to shout or auction in game until you have been in game for at least 1 hour. What the fuck? You know why? Because he's thinking that the merchant is doing it. And the merchant is an NPC, and so it doesn't count his hours. And so it doesn't allow him to do it. Oh my god, okay. We can fix this, I think. You are not allowed to shout. Okay, let me search this. You are not allowed to shout. Yes. He's saying if character GM time or is GM or is NPC. So basically our NPC cannot shout because they are too noob. But we can add the check, so if he's an NPC, we allow him to do it. But it's good that I checked because it was actually not working. Because it was actually not working, boys. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Can you use a constant with an amount of hours to avoid that barrier? No, no, no. I check if they are NPC. If they are NPC, they can do whatever they want. That's what I did. Easy. If they are NPC, they can. They are authorized by me. Fully authorized. By the way, my window layout is not saved. And my inventory continues to be fucked up with this character. Do we get any errors on the... Do we get any errors on... Well, I can check it on the log, which is a bit easier. Real client, yes. Do we get any errors for the... No, seems not. Seems not. We get a bunch of warnings. We get a bunch of warnings, but I don't really care, you know. Okay, I think it is good. So let me see if the shout is now working. So impersonate, target, shout. Oh la la. Oh la la. Yes. Ah, fuck. Merchant shout, merchant shouts. Fuck, again send text. Seriously? I changed it on in one side, I didn't change it on the other side. Yeah, my bad. Okay, now it will work. But it's okay. It's fine. And then we have impersonate target animation. Triumph. And he's doing his thing. Right? He's doing his thing. He's doing his thing. Okay. So we fixed this, boys. I think this is done. This is absolutely done. Hello, merchant. You became smarter today. Thanks to me. Okay, so I think that the rename is done. The only thing that we miss is the word shout, but I don't think really we need it. I didn't implement word shout. But apart from that, this one is also going to yes. This one is also going to yes. So let me just clear the filters 1 second and see of all the commands. Well, I can probably select the medium ones now. Let me select the medium and the not complete and see what we get. For medium and not complete, we get a way which basically allows you to flag, so tells. So if someone is sending you a tell, and auto reply will happen, right? So this is what away is doing. So you do /away, and if someone is speaking to you, they will know that you are away. Clear, I don't remember. I think it was just clear in the chat. Exit. Ah, but these are implemented actually. These are implemented. So we have an ignore. I don't know what it's doing. But you know, I think we basically have all the commands working now. I mean, all the important ones are there. All the ones with yes are actually in. Yes, we are missing the channels in the chat, but I don't think it's too much of a problem. I don't think it's a problem. Okay. Okay. Fine. The actual NPC name is merchant, and it was actually displayed. The problem is what it was displayed twice, but now it's fine. Okay, so we finished the job for today. Wow, so early, boys. We finished the job for today already. It's insane. The /ignore, do you think is important? Makes you don't get text. You don't get text from people on ignore list. I can port this one if you want. I don't know if it's working today. He says no. Do you think it's important? I don't know, for the alpha? I don't think it's important for the alpha, but you know, we can still check it. Will we have annoying people in the alpha? Let me just see if it's just an easy, like we just connect it, or by the way, it seems that ignore is not even in the list. It's not even in the because you know, I think it was done fully client side, this thing. It was probably done only on the client side. So it was filtering He was filtering the messages. Like you were receiving them, but your client was not showing them to you. So it was not a check done server side, I think. Yeah, you see that we are not finding it? Let me try like this. Current project client. Yeah. Yeah, it was a client only thing. Yes. I don't know how he was maintaining that ignore list, by the way. But no, I don't think it's that needed now. I mean, it will be needed in the future for sure, because I mean, there might be a person that is annoying you and you want to, you know? Maybe we can remake it more global so that it is server side or whatever. But okay, good. What do we want to do now? What do we want to do now? Oh, wow. I finished what I wanted to finish so easy. I can play some video games, no? No, what I want to do now? Well, the next development, I mean, considering we have the majority of the commands that we need, let me think about it. So the next development I wanted to do were the codecs. If you go back to our straw poll, right? Let me go back to that. Where is it? Polls, copy, link, boom. Let me put this one here instead of this one. Results 66. There is still people voting, by the way. There is still people voting even if the poll is closed. But anyway, the first one was about the talent system. So on the talent system, we actually did the UI part and the server part. Now we are missing the data. So I need my dear friends Aeonwind, Tua, Vanillin to actually populate some of the data so that I can actually finish this job, right? The second one was the active magic window. The active magic window is completed now, so it's fully working. Now the third one was the journal codex compendium, and this one was started. Okay, and I think this one is the one I should work next, right? But I don't think I can start it now. Also, I think tonight I need to go a bit earlier because tomorrow is the first day of the new year of work, and so I need to be you know, smart and quick enough to restart everything. But yes, I think we should work on this one. What should we do on this one? Let's just recap where we are on this, right? Then I had also the shrines, the shrine functionality. But I think I'm more interested in this one. This one is really cool. But then, you know, the other thing that we can do, we can release the new alpha. There is also something that maybe I can work on. I can just release we have the new updater, which should be working. I can release the new updater for all platforms. And I can release the new alpha with all the stuff that we have put in until now. Which I think is good anyway, because the last alpha was quite some time ago. The last alpha was the 23rd of November. Well, it's not that far, but yeah, it was 1 month ago. It's not that far. I mean, it looks like, I was thinking it was like 4 months, but it's basically 1 month. The updater is available. We just need to The updater is available. I just need to send you the new version, basically. I need to send you the new version that I already fixed for large files, and I improved it a bit, so I need to recompile it on the 3 platforms. And so let me just check on the journal codex where we were. So on the journal codex, I think that we... On the journal codex... Journal codex... journal codex... Okay, so let me open this in Paint. So on the journal codex, we were discussing a number of things, right? And what we did, we analyzed all these games. We analyzed all these games, and we have checked their codex. Right? And actually I missed Cyberpunk, but Cyberpunk 277 I checked it and it's okay, but it tends to be, I mean, it's nothing very special. I think it's included in all the other ones, but I can add it as one that we analyzed. I mean, I analyzed. I have a question. If the FPS team fixes Word files, alts and stuff, they can put it on the updater but increment the version, or will be a release done over time like you do releases now? No, let's say that any change in the client, even if it's a very, very small one, any change in the client must go through the updater. Okay, so we cannot just send you a file, right? So it has to go through the updater. So if it goes through the updater, it means it's a new release, basically. There is no shorter way, you know, because the package that is generated is different between Mac, Linux, and Windows for clients, and so I need any way to run it for the 3 platforms. So even if we change one letter in the client, you know, one letter, we need to send a new update. If we change stuff on the server side, it's not needed. So for example, if we change any rules, if we add any new NPC, if we change any dialogues, if we change any quest, if we change any weapon, if we change any item, descriptions, position of objects, position of NPC, all of that does not require an update, right? Because all of that is dynamic, and so it's sent to you by the server. But a change in a map is client-side. There are not many things client-side, right? There are not many things client-side. There are actually very few. But I think it's a good discussion. I can explain you better. Let me put it under mission updater. Mission updater 2. Mission updater 1. I can create a mission updater 3 where I'm explaining this thing that I'm telling you now, which I think is anyway an important thing. So let me do a save as mission updater 3. Because I think it's a good question. So we have 2 things. we have modifications which affects the client. I mean, let's say which requires an update, which require a client update, right? And modifications which do not require a client update. Okay. And I mean, in this list there is a million stuff. I mean, I think it's easier for me to list these ones instead of these ones, but basically here is new art of any kind. So for example, a new item, a new weapon. I mean, new meaning visually new. Okay, so there is a different geometry, different mesh, you know. So a new item, a new weapon, a new visual effect. So if we add a new particle effect, you know, yes, all of that. A new texture for anything, new texture, anyway. Then a new then a change, yeah, new or modification, yeah. So it's the same. Oh my god, what is going on? New or updated art of any kind. Of any kind. Then new or updated UI of any kind. So a new button, a new window, whatever. Then a new or updated sound or music, excluding voiceovers, because voiceovers we will send them to you. And I think that's it. Okay, and let's say a fix to the client code. I mean, like there is a bug, you know, a bug, so a client bug, so a bug on the client side. Then I need to send you a new update. But basically on this side you have anything like a new NPC, new dialogues, new, so same item but new location, position, the same for NPC. Same item or NPC, type, let's say type, but new location or position. So we can send all of that dynamic. New dialogue I said already. New quests, that is all dynamic. New rules like combat, crafting, magic, all of that does not require combat, crafting, magic. New whatever, new guild house instances. Yeah, basically everything. Yes, everything in database, obviously. Yes. New traits. Well, new traits depends, because new traits can be new art. But yeah, new books, I don't know. New books, new lore, new whatever. New books, new, I don't know what else, but anything, yes, anything that is in the database that we send out usually does not require an update. Yeah, so for these ones, right? For these ones, I am forced, right? I am forced to fuck. I am forced to release a new update. So I have basically to put the new files in our repo, in our repository. Then I need to generate the new package on Windows, Linux, Mac. Then I need to move the new packages to the updater machine. Then I need to generate the new version or patch, let's say. I mean, it's not always a new major, right? But anyway, the new version for Win, Linux, and Mac on the updater machine, right? And then and then optional, I can create a new full download package. So like if you want to download, you know, 076 fully from scratch without updater, but they say that this is optional. So but yes, I need to do this. Now this process is a bit of a pain. This process is a bit of a pain, I have to say. I mean, it takes me time. Well, it's mostly machine time, so it's mostly, you know, I launch a command and it's doing the job. But for example, on the Mac, which is the Mac Mini, the old Mac Mini, it's taking like 20 hours, and sometimes it stops. I need to restart it. It's not working the way it should, so it's a freaking mess. So yes, it's a bit annoying to do. So we should do. This is also why, you know, we are releasing patches kind of rarely at the moment, because I don't want to go through this process too much, because it's just eating my time. So I prefer to develop more and then to release a bigger update than to just release and spend all my time making files, right? But yes, this could be good when someone else asks the same question. So on the compendium, we analyzed all of this. Like I said, we had some important decisions to take, and I think that the answer to these questions now are pretty much defined. So where do we store the lore? I think there is no other choice than this, right? Show the total number of possible discoveries. I think the answer is no. So we will not show the total number of possible discoveries. So you will see just the one that you discovered, and which items should be actively discovered, automatically discovered on the list below. Yeah, this one I still need to think about. The style of the lore I have to think about. So this should be actually a column in this. So this should actually be, this one should be a column here. There is so much Assassin's Creed. What is this? Yeah, it's Assassin's Creed. So here we should say for each one, if we want the we should say if we want the actively discovered or not, right? And also we should decide which of this category we want and which one we don't want. So we should say some way. This is too big. So we should say if this thing is in or out, okay? And then we should say if this thing is active or passive, right? For each of these ones, we should say yes or no. At the moment, my take is the following. I don't know if it's a final, but basically my take is quest no, training no, main pot mission yes, faction organizations absolutely yes, art gallery pre-made I don't know. I mean, probably yes, but it's lower priority. I don't know. This one I need to think about. I have no idea. I don't know, because I think that the art gallery can anyway pretty much be... I mean, let me move this. It is so low priority at the moment that I don't really care. I mean, whatever it is, you know, the art gallery is the last of my problems at the moment, really. So, so creatures, absolutely yes. So the bestiary or whatever it is, absolutely yes. Should be in. This is in today, but should be in. Plants, absolutely yes. Minerals, absolutely yes. Playable races, absolutely yes. Pets, yes, but items, my take is no. I don't think there's any value of adding items to the compendium. Rare items, yes. Crafting, wait, here there is a problem. There should be 2 lines of this. Crafting people and crafting recipe. There should be 2 lines of this. Fuck, now I have the other font. No. 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 We are fucked. No. Is 18? Think we are close. So crafting recipe. Bada bam 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 bam. So crafting recipe to me is no. Is no. Crafting jobs, meaning people. So I think this should be renamed. This should be renamed to something else. So this is crafting. Crafting teachers, or crafting relevant people, artisans, jobs, whatever. Artisans, jobs, I think yes. Which actually goes end to end with the next one. Okay, so it's connected to NPC. So I think that crafting relevant people should be yes. Hello, Marcelo. Yeah, the next release will be a lot of geometry fixed. Yeah, so for sure is a full update. Hello, Rodrigo. Welcome. So crafting relevant people, yes. NPC, I would say this. Right? Only these ones. So I don't want to list in the codex, I mean in the journal, every single NPC. I don't freaking care. I mean, you will go and find them. But I want to list the ones that are useful to you. So the ones that are banker, trainer, storage, I think is something that you may want to write down, you know, where they are. Magic glyphs to me is no, unless we want to put kind of an introduction, you know, to magic, but there is an interesting one though. I think we need to split it, because actually I want some of it. I think we need to split it. We need to split it in magic, basic concepts, explanation. In magic basic concept explanation, I would say it can go in the codex, in the compendium. So here we are discussing about the compendium only, yeah guys? I think it can go in the compendium. Magic in terms of glyphs, spells and whatever, no. Regions, location, landmark and city, yes. We want that. Wait a second, because I think it is too close. That is too close. So we want the regions to be listed. As soon as you discover them, we want the regions to be listed in the compendium. So I'm just doing something that will simplify reading the left and the right. Religion, I think yes, up to the point of the main gods. So whenever you learn something about a god, I think I can go under religion. I think would be okay. History, at the moment, no. I think it's too complex. I don't know, I think I do 1/ like this. I mean, it's not a definitive no, but I think at the moment it's too complex for us to actually create meaningful piece of information which are not books, okay? So I think that it will be covered by books. Books and song, at the moment, no, but also is not a definitive no. Notes, documents, I have no idea. Basically, on all this one at the bottom, I have no idea. I would say no in terms of priority at the moment, like I don't care about them too much. And so I think they can just be implemented later on. Ouch. Ouch. But yeah. But the one above is already a ton of stuff, huh? All the green ones here is already a ton of stuff to put on the compendium. Is a shit ton of stuff. And then the last one, which is missing from this list, is actually the collectibles. is actually the collectibles. We said we don't know exactly what they are, but I want to list them here, which is, by the way, here on the right side, collectibles. But so we just need to be sure that we are not overlapping the collectibles with achievements. So like if the collectible is discover the 4 cities, so the collectible is collect 1 heart of every creature, you know, collect 1 fur of every creature, collect, you know. So I think that it may risk to become an overlap with the achievement, so we need to be very careful on this. But also this one, you know, at the moment is so low priority to me that I mean, it's nice that we think about it, that this exists, but I don't think it should be considered at the moment. Now the second column is very interesting, which is which one of these one should be actively discovered, with actively discover meaning a bit of a mini quest, right? So like so I'm thinking, but so like the main plot, main mission, I think those will be like enabled. Yeah, I think I need to change this column to activation mechanism, right? There should be like activation mechanism. Yeah, I think it's way more proper. Fuck. In theory I can do this. You didn't know that Paint could do something like that, huh? You couldn't imagine, huh? But he can. Incredibly enough, oops. Incredibly enough, he can. So this will be activation type. I don't know how to say, but it is like activation. So how do you activate? How do you activate these items in your compendium? So what is the mechanism needed for you to put them in, right? So I think that for this one, the main plot, it will be quests. So it will be a quest trigger. So when you reach a specific quest, or when you complete a specific quest, we consider you completed a chapter of the main plot, right? And the chapter of the main plot will then unlock something in the compendium which is telling you about the main plot itself. Okay, so it's like a summary. And there could be one at the beginning which is just by default. Factions organization is another good question. I think is quests again. So I think that you will quest or dialogues. I think it can be quest or dialogue. I'm not 100% sure on this one. Fuck, I need more space. So now that I have more space, I think I can say, wait, I think I can say for this one can be 1 at start plus quests. Fuck, it doesn't fit anyway. Ah! Okay, now it fits. So probably there is something at start and then some during the quest. Faction organization, it can be quests or dialogues. So meaning that you speak with an NPC and you say, hey, what about the Keen Edge faction, you know? And he's telling you about it. Maybe because he's like the introductory NPC, right? Now, creatures, I think there should be an active command that you use to study creatures. There should be an active action that you do on a creature to actually study it. I don't know if it's killing and study or if it's just study, but it should be something like that, right? Plants, the same. There should be a study command. Minerals, the same. There should be a study command. Maybe I can avoid command, but anyway, action, you know? Playable races is kind of interesting. I think it's the same as a creature. So I think that to me, the problem is, I don't know. Playable races, I don't know, because I think playable races will contain a different level. So I think we'll be also including books or quests. I think can be a mix. Pets is easy. Pets is study like a creature. And I think we fucked up a bit here the alignment. Rare items. Huh. Because rare items could be studied like a magical item, but can also just be found, you know? So when you find it. But to discover the lore, I think you will have to bring the rare items to an NPC to identify. I think you will need to bring them to an NPC, and that NPC will have the lore to tell you if that what is that rare item, and tell you a bit about the history. So I really don't want you to find an item and automatically learning about him like if it's written on it, you know, because it's not the way it works. Crafting relevant people, this is easy. I mean, this will be like just through a dialogue, you know, like a hi or a who are you or whatever, or about you, you know. So this will be an about you dialogue. So when you speak with an NPC, and you will ask him about you or how are you or all those normal things. Welcome back, Wajat. Just go back. You're thinking about study command. What about the button at the window that pops up when the player examines something that launches a little timer when clicked? They will represent time spent studying the item. Yeah, I don't know if study will be a command or will be an action. To me, it's more of an action. So to me, I mean, in the ideal world, without thinking for a second to implementation details, right? I would say that, for example, for a creature, it would be very nice if you could look at the creature in its natural environment for some time. I don't know how much, if it's 2 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, I have no idea. But they would be definitely teaching you something about that creature, right? Or if you could look when that creature is fighting. Or if you are killing the creature and then you are studying the inside of the creature, like how is built, you know? You are studying the organs inside the creature to learn more about it. Right? Or a combination of all the above. That would be very cool. If you could go around the world and use abilities, which can just be a, you know, a magnifying glass, you know, kind of thing on top of a creature, and or your eye, whatever, keeping it in a kind of a target, you know, in the middle. So like you are here, you have a kind of a target in the middle of the screen, you know, and you have to keep the creature inside of that for a few minutes, and if she runs away, then the count stops, you know, and then you have to do it again, right? Something like that. I'm thinking to something like that. I don't know exactly how I want to do it, but it is what I'm thinking, okay? And so I think an active action that allows you to, and the same for plants, the same for minerals. The good thing is that plants are not moving, but the same for pets, mounts, and all that stuff. I don't know about playable races, because I think it's a bit more complex to study a human than to study just a wolf, but I don't know, maybe not, you know, so I don't know. So NPC I think is the same. NPC I think is the same. Magic basic concept explanation. So the very basic I think will come through quests. I think we can associate some pieces just through quests, and then we unlock that particular entry in the codex. Region, locations, landmark, city, government. Now government is a bit of a weird one, because it's more knowledge of how the city is ruled. So I think government actually to me goes inside history, and is probably a no for now. I think government should go here. And so if we are speaking only about locations that you discover, I think this one should be proximity, but I don't know if it's enough, you know. I don't know if it's enough. Because proximity is nice, but like you reach it, you know, you reach the location, but between, you know, reaching a location and having the knowledge of that location is very different, right? So I think I'm not very happy about proximity. I think you anyway need to speak with someone, or you need to learn about it somehow. I think it may be books, or it may be... I mean, for sure must be proximity, because proximity is the gate, you know? Is the minimum necessary condition to unlock that piece of knowledge in the codex. That's fine. So proximity is mandatory. But then I don't think proximity is enough. So I think that should be proximity plus something else. But at the moment, I don't know what. Religion's very easy, is quest and dialogues with NPC that are teaching you about it. And then history, we don't care at the moment. So basically, you know, looking at this list, there are there are basically 4 categories of functionality, right? The easiest one is the one through quests. So basically, in a quest, you can unlock a specific codex entry. So it will be like unlock ID 22. I don't know, you know. So it will be a command for the scripter to unlock a specific entry. This will be one method. The study is basically a functionality by itself. So this study thing is something that we need to build and doesn't exist today. The identify with NPC is another one. The speak is already done. It is like the quest, is easy. And then there is the proximity. So it's basically quest, study, identify, proximity. So it's 4 ways to unlock information in the codex. Any plans to make the game less console text based? You have very little in text today. What do you mean? Unless you are using the old system for speaking with NPC, basically everything is Windows. Can you make an example of something that is text? Because like the context menu, the context when you right click now on an NPC, you know, so for example all the emotes you can now do with a context menu, and all the attacks you can do with a context menu or with a window. All the spells you can put in your quick bar and you can do with a quick bar. All the NPC dialogues are bubbles, so you click on the bubble and you speak with the NPC. So let's say the majority of the game is that. Plus I added in Unreal the E key, and if you press E, you are basically interacting with stuff. So if you E on an item, you pick it up. If you E on an NPC, you speak with him. If you E on a mount, you mount it. If you E on a door, you open it, right? Yeah, but that thing, it doesn't exist anymore. Actually, I'm gonna remove it, I think, in Unreal. So there was a system before. So if you're really speaking the early version of Plane Shift, yes, there was a system which was fully text-based, but doesn't exist. I mean, it still exists, but is not functional. So you cannot really use it. So yeah, I think that what we are gonna work the next time, hopefully tomorrow evening, is the journal, right? I mean, it's a big task, this one is a big task. So I need to split it. So we need to make, I mean, this Unreal Compendium is nice. I need to make a save as Unreal Compendium 2, which will be our action plan. In the action plan, any transparency will be lost. What do you mean, Mr. Paint? You don't have transparency. This means it doesn't have transparency. What does it mean as transparent? I have no idea. But anyway, this is the number 2, so we can delete everything. Basically, the I don't know, we'll make it tomorrow. But we need to make an action plan, okay? Which is basically the list of things we need to implement. But I will make it tomorrow. to implement this thing. I don't know it now. Okay, boys. Boys, if you are new to the channel, please click on follow on Twitch, click subscribe on YouTube, and also if you want to check our Patreon page is patreon.com/planeshift, where you can find videos and stuff that we post, and you can support the development of the game. I will see you probably tomorrow. I don't know, because tomorrow may be a bit of a complex day, so if it's too complex, I will probably skip the stream in the evening, and I will stream on Tuesday. But if that happens, I will anyway send you a message on Discord, so you will see a message saying no stream, okay? And that's it. Have fun, boys. Bye bye. See you soon. Learning by sleeping, too easy, my friend. No, 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 no.